Okay, let's do some basics with strings right now. Two things I'm going to warn you about strings right up front. One, strings are so tremendously ubiquitous. They're all over the place in all programming languages. So you have to learn at some point how to master strings and be able to work with them. Two, there's so much you can do with strings. For anyone to sit here and say to you, like me, sit here and say to you, oh, wow, this is all you need to know about strings. I got rocks in my head. There are a huge number of methods you can work with strings. There's capitalize, case fold, center, expand tabs, index, is decimal, is numeric, is upper, is left strip, right strip. Oh God, you've got to learn how to work with these, and the only way you're going to learn to work with these is to practice them. That being said, unless I want to bore you to tears and sit here and go through everything like this, I'm not going to do that. There's not a lot I can say about strings other than you need to practice them. And that's just something that you want. If you think you can do something with a string, you probably can. There's a lot of neato-keen, sort of cool and groovy things you can do with strings. Honestly, a string is just a collection of characters. This is a collection of characters. A string can be made by either appearing in three quotes if you think three single quotes if you think it will pass beyond one line, or just three single quotes. I mean, that's fine. You can print. And you can run it real quick. And run the module, and there it is, I am Sam. Now you can also get a string from someplace else and use it. I personally would not try that the first time, but if we take a look at another utility I've got out here called data.py, that's another programming program, or another Python program. And that comes out here, and it's got a poem in it, and it's got all of Green Eggs and Ham in it. So we can compare the two to make sure what we're doing. This is called scalability. If we want to make sure about something, then we scale it down to the point where we've only got a few lines that make it work. We could come out here and we could do this. And that would still work. It's still going to print out I am Sam, Sam I am. Let's say we wanted to take advantage of one of the methods associated with a string. Let's say first we want to learn that a string is indexed. How do we know it's indexed? Well, what does index mean? Well, this is what index means. If you take a string, first, let's start off with something simple. Strings have an attribute called length. So you can go out there and you can determine the length of a string. And the length of a string right here is the length of the string minus 1. It's the length of the string, okay? But when you do a loop, let me write this right. Length of string, length str equals there are so many things in programming that are just awkward to say, but you can show somebody. This is how I'm going to write it out. This writes out like this. Print I. Ugh. Then you run the module and it gives you I am Sam, I am Sam. This means that it's indexed. Each character in the string has its own location in the string. This can be demonstrated simply by doing something like this. By making a temporary value line equals str I, because you have to cast I as something different, plus ASTR. And then you come down here and you print in line. Voila. That's every position for I am Sam. Now that's fine. We now know that we've got everything indexed. That's okay. Let's go out here and make another string. Let's see if we can test to see if something's in a string. Let's say vowels equal A, E, I, O, and U. I think that's it. Let's see, do I have in? No, in's part of the if structure. If a string, which is the individual location in vowels, and I'm going to add my parentheses because I like the structure that it offers my program. Print found and there we've got a vowel, A. I don't know why. Oh, I didn't get caught because Python is case sensitive. So in order for this I to get caught, we need to make it case sensitive. So we'd also need to add A, E, I, O, and U. Now we'll catch it. See, found a vowel, I. Found a vowel, A. And that's just one of the many uses you can do with strings. And many things that happen with strings that's really good about having the concept of indexing. Another good thing about the concept of indexing is it allows you to slice and dice. New string equals a string. Let's say, I don't know how long a string is. I'd say it's about 10, but let's go 6:9. And there it is. I am Sam, Sam I am. Why did it write that and not 6:9? Sam, Sam I am. equal, oh, because I printed a string and not end string. There it is. That's what you have from 6 through 9. And you can check that. That's what indexing allows you to do. It's called slicing and dicing. That's a fairly common operation. Now, somebody's going to ask, well, why do you do it where you make mistakes? Well, I do it where I make mistakes because I think it's important for people to realize banging around the keyboard's an important way to learn. And yes, I'm going to make mistakes. Secondly, I don't want you to get too discouraged and think, well, Ed never makes mistakes. Ed makes mistakes. Third, something I learned in college in a calculus class. I went out and bought a Shams Outline series, and I started to work on that Shams Outline series. And I did every problem in that calculus book. And I was in a Calculus 3 class for CS-type people. Actually, it was econometrics, but they were CS-type people in that class mostly. And I asked the most absurd question. I raised my hand and I asked the instructor, I've been looking at this for 2 or 3 days, and I explained it to him, and it was a production possibility problem. And I says, no matter how hard I try, I can't get the answer to this. And he looked at me and he quite honestly said, well, I don't know the answer to that. I haven't tried it. Haven't practiced it yet. 99% of learning to program is practice, practice, practice. You're not going to get it overnight. Pick up the readings on strings, pick up the readings on everything else, and just run with it. Give it a shot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I will say that. But if you keep banging it, you will get it. And with that, I'm going to let strings go for right now. I think you've got a pretty good idea of how to work with strings. And we'll wander away from that.